How was that? Talk me through it.
It was the hardest thing ever. I may have had 5 viewers. It was like me, my mom, chatbot, nightbot, and some like literally no, but like, and I will make sure some way somehow this thing will grow.
Is that so you can challenge Swagg to a 1v1 in basketball?
Oh, easily, bro. That's easy. That of course.
Are you enjoying Boston so far then?
It's been a freaking blast, bro. It's been cool. I mean, obviously a ton of like different foods, different people. It's been cool, but you know.
Yeah, we went for an Italian the other night. Everyone kept saying Italian food, and it was good.
I'm kind of, honestly though, we've had it for like past like 3 days. That's all I've had is Italian food. I'm good on Italian for a while now. I'm like, after the spaghetti, rigatoni, all that, I'm like, all right, I'll just go back to my normal like Chick-fil-A and then I'll be good for a while, because it's been the last like 3 nights just Italian. So
is that your thing? Do you get a lot of fast food?
Yeah. I mean, I have the same like foods in rotation. Like it's bad. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just eat the same foods because I know they're going to be consistently good. So like if I try somewhere new and it's not good, I wasted money. I wasted my time. I'm still hungry. It's that I could just eat the same foods over in like rotation. I know it's going to be good. It's going to be consistent. So I'll just have the same food.
I'm the same. Creature of habit. I think just get back the game as quick as possible.
No,
right?
I'm the same way.
Yeah, no, Boston's good. I think this is the first time we've both been, right? Yeah.
First time.
I've got 3 things that I've been saying to the guys. So the people are great. Unbelievably friendly, despite what I've heard. For some reason, I thought they were quite like aggressive.
Everybody said the same thing, and so far, a ton of people like have been super cool. So, yeah.
The second is that you have to have a fetish for chapped lips. Everybody's got chapped lips.
I got here and I carry chapstick on. I have one in my car. I have chapstick everywhere, and I didn't bring it, and I totally forgot. And I got here, my lips were like instantly chapped, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" I was like, give me the CVS, the gas station. I was like, I need chapstick ASAP. Now I always have it on me. I'm like, it's crazy here.
I saw your story last night on Instagram with the bright red nose as well. When your glasses were steamed.
It was so cold. It was like Friday night. It was like -20. My glasses were like glued to my face. The frames were like fogged up. I was like, I hate cold weather. Anything cold, I'm like, nah. So here but honestly though, it's been fun.
Today was out of nowhere. We got outside. We were all wrapped up, coats on, gloves on, ready to tackle the weather. And it was actually like
not
spring.
Bad. I know, not bad, because the past 2 days have been rough. So I was like expecting it the same thing today, but it was fine. So.
And then the final thing for Boston that I've noticed, I think it might just be me, but the water doesn't seem to know what temperature it wants to be.
Ever. I'm telling you, I took and I hate cold. So cold showers, I don't know if there's anybody out there that takes cold showers, I respect it, but there's no way I could take a cold shower. Mine has to be like 3rd-degree burns. Like I'm coming out like a lobster, like gotta be that red, how hot it is. And the place I literally like had like a lukewarm shower, and I was like, nah, I can't. I was like, it was the fastest shower I've had ever, because it was like warm but not hot. I was like, get me out, man. Like I can't deal with the cold weather, cold with water, anything, man. I'm trying to run the tap, and I'm like, I want a cold glass of water, and I'm like, is this the hot or is this the cold? And I switch it, and it just hasn't changed. Right? It's like that's what it is.
So I just want to kind of go through what we're doing with this, because it is the first time we've done a podcast.
Yep.
It's for SCUF. As you can see, we've got the controllers kicking about. We'll jump into those in a bit.
Yeah.
But for the audience, we want to give the SCUF creators a bit of a platform to run through, tell their origin story, and thought, what better way to start than with yourself? Because I love your story. It's really good. And I've got a couple more questions that I don't already know, but I want to run through it. And,
I love it, man.
You've been a hard man to track down and get you here.
It's been a busy weekend, I got to be honest. A little bit unplanned, just in general, to schedule and stuff, but hopefully for the next couple of events I'll be more strategized, because it was kind of like a pretty quickly planned thing, and then I was like, I don't really know what the heck I'm doing, and things would come up, and I was like I gotta do this ASAP, and I was like, I gotta do this podcast. So
no, it's good. We appreciate it, and I know if the Boston Celtics come knocking and say you've got a party to go to, you're not gonna say no.
You can't say no to that. So
how was that?
It was so cool, man. It's like the weirdest thing ever to see, like, because I'm a big fan of all sports, but I was like seeing them like in like normal clothes, like in person. I was like, that's like, it's just weird seeing them like not playing. So it was just a really cool experience to see like professional pros that I'm a fan of just be chilling.
You seem to hang out with a lot of pro athletes, and a lot of pro athletes actually talk about you. When people ask, who do you watch? What streamers? JoeWo seems to be a really common answer. Yeah. So where's this come from, your relationship with athletes? Like even with the Celtics, how did that start?
It's been more probably even from like just like they all game. Like, it's kind of crazy seeing too, like how many people actually play games, play COD, just in general, play games. And then they probably either, I'd assume, see like clips or from like Twitter or TikTok or I guess there. And then we're just like, yo, what's up? Let's play. And then it just happens like that. So it's super, super cool to see that. But it's actually crazy to me how many people and pro athletes actually play games. Like literally all of them as they're traveling for games, all that stuff, like they're all gaming, which I don't blame them because it's like, what else is there to do if they're traveling for a sport and they have time off? They're all playing games, so it's super cool.
No, that makes sense. And Sarah, who's is one of the earliest members of SCUF, always says the same with the footballers. They're always texting us saying, I need a new SCUF, I'm about to go to the World Cup or whatever. So they're just gaming on the night times, especially Qatar, because
Really?
not a lot of stuff you could do in the night times in Qatar. You can't go out partying and drinking that much, and they're all just gaming.
Yeah, nah, it's so crazy to me. Like, because prior to like, I would say 2020-ish, like people didn't like say they either gamed or streamed, like because they're pro athletes. So like it was kind of like a
It wasn't cool.
not cool thing. Yeah, until now, everybody streams and games. Like athletes are share their best clips on like social media. Like that's really cool to see how it's changed like since then, because everybody just started gaming because you couldn't do anything because everybody spent 2 years inside with COVID and all that. It was like seeing them now, everybody's just gaming and play. It's kind of crazy, to be honest.
Do you think COVID gave you like a leg up on the streaming? Was that what really accelerated you through? Because you started 2019, right?
Yeah. So I graduated college, and then I was planning on either going to grad school or trying to stream. And it was like at the very, very start in like March of COVID, when like because like I got to be honest, I was scared. We had no idea what like was actually, I thought the world was ending, because I was like, I just graduated college. I was like, do I try to go to like grad school, travel? And I'm like, what if something happens? Then I'm like stuck there. So I was like, do I try that or try to stream? I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try to stream for 1 year, give it all I got. Say it fails, I can know at least, hey, I tried, right?
Yeah.
And then I tried and just put a ton of time into, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, all that, and it just grew like crazy. But I would say that definitely helped a lot, because just everybody had so much time from home, and just I posted everywhere. So there was probably a ton of people that were like, I'm tired of seeing that guy's face, but it is what it is.
You gotta do it, man.
Yeah.
So when you made that choice, when you were going through the process of making that decision, because that's in anyone's life, the decision when you're leaving school and you're going to college and what you want to do is, no one knows what they want to do. And it's really tough, but they always have the influence of, their friends and their family and so on.
Yeah.
How was that decision for you? Was it made just solely, or did you have anyone against it? Did you have people particularly supporting the decision to go streaming? Because not many people understand it.
Yeah.
Unless you're in it.
No, 100%. And because it was like such a like fresh thing, I had even like close friends saying like, you're going to not go to grad school in like Europe, wherever, and you're going to try to do the streaming thing, because they didn't even like know what think about it. Same for me kind of too. So, and it sounded crazy, but I just thought like, this is something like I love to do. And like, it's the perfect time. Like if I go travel and then something happens and I'm stuck in a country that for school, I can't like fly home, that would be terrible. And then knowing that also I couldn't do a passion that I loved, like why not just try it, right? And I had a ton of friends that were just like, you shouldn't do it. And the number one supporter that I cannot thank enough, my freaking mom is like the best. And she was like, listen, like try it. Like I don't know a thing about gaming. Go for it. If you if that's like your thing, do it. And I had friends, I had family that said like, you're gonna try gaming, like that's such a weird thing, but yeah, she is the freaking best. So
no, that's awesome. So tell me about the relationship with your mom. Let's go way back before gaming. Who was JoeWo as a young man?
Young man JoeWo was played a ton of sports, loved sports my whole life, and pretty much played that forever. And then
did you game as well at that age?
Not really, no. And then as I got to college, I was like, I can't play in college. So I was like, what do I do now? And then I saw like throughout school, I was like, I'm not a big, you know, going out to clubs, partying, all that stuff. And like, that's like all of college was. So I was like, what do I do now that I can't go there for that? So I was like, what do I do? So I was like, I'm going to try this streaming gaming thing. And then from then on, it just exploded. And it was like a literal passion of mine since then. And I had like so many friends like, dude, like you're going to be playing games on a Friday night and not coming out to this party or this club. I'm like, yeah, man, like I'm having fun right now. It's a Friday night. Like y'all can go out to this bar, have fun. But I was just chilling inside playing games. Like,
exactly.
I don't know.
You're making money instead of spending it.
Yeah, you know, well then it was like more of like for fun too, because I had like no viewers or anything. So I was just chilling, having fun. But nobody saw it then, like where it could go. But like I saw it, I was like, yo, this is something I love to do. Like I'm doing it. But for them, it was just like, you're going to stay in and play video games and not go party. That's kind of weird to me. So
it's, you say that as well. When you said you saw it, because I know you like to approach your stream a little bit different to your stereotypical gamer. You know, we're in and amongst creators right now. We're on nights out with them out in Boston here. So I'm meeting a lot of them and I hear what they say and I'm listening to their story. And certain ones are like, I'm struggling to transfer my audience from TikTok to Instagram or from TikTok to YouTube. Yeah. You have a totally different view. And I think this is a huge success factor in any game if you have this. So you look at it as a business. It's like you look at it holistically. So talk about a little bit about why you do that and how your mind works when you are thinking about streaming and making your content.
Always. So like I kind of saw that as there's like no kind of side plan. I said I will make sure some way, somehow this thing will grow. And there's so many people that don't have a like true plan out, and they'll say, well, it'll probably fail, but it is what it is. But they're already saying to themselves, like, this won't work before they either start or even try. So I think that's like the worst kind of thing, is to be like I'll try streaming, but it'll fail. So it is what it is. Or like, there's so many streamers, but I'll try. I said like, yo, there's so many streamers. That's a challenge. Like seeing it for me, I was like, that's a challenge. Let's freaking do it. And not being like, there's so many people, I probably can't grow. So I saw that and was like, some way, somehow, I'm going to grow. And I saw that there was so many people that just streamed. They didn't do any, TikTok content, short form content, YouTube content. And I like saw that very, very quickly. And then from then on, it just exploded. But I just don't kind of see it as a hobby. And it is, but also like, it's your job. Like that's your brand, your business, like your career is everything that you're doing. So I think a lot of people just don't see it as that, which is fine too. But I go straight as like, this is myself, my brand. Like, let's freaking do it.
Yeah, like your TikToks or your marketing department, like pushing people back to the stream. Your analytics are like the accounts team, like running through.
I agree, man. And so many people don't see it like that. And I try to like show so many people that, and they just don't see it like that from school and stuff. I was like, yo, I didn't spend 4 years in college for a finance degree to not use it. Because like I have so many people say like, dude, like why college? Like, that was so dumb. I'm like, because I can now use that same stuff from college to now in my own brand, name, business, all that. And it's just like, it's perfect. So, but just a ton of people just don't kind of see their stream and brand as a business, and that's so important.
And I think it's hard, especially if you're at the start of it, and that's usually when people are looking for that advice and they're looking for it. And it's hard when you're sitting on two viewers and one of them is your iPad in the other room to actually be motivated and be like, I'm going to put extra effort into this, because it is very demotivating when you don't have that many viewers. But it's so important that you stick to that grind, and I would love for you to dive into that a little bit, because I know with SCUF in particular that they came in really, really early in your streams when you didn't have many viewers, right?
Yep. So I talked to Ryan, who's like super cool. And that was like at the beginning of streaming. I may have had 5 viewers. It was like me, my mom, Chatbot, Nightbot, and something like literally no, but like, and it's so important too. like I say all the time, is like, you never know to treat every single person like a person, man. People do it all the time where they think like they're cooler than somebody or like better than somebody. Like, he literally was like the man at the very beginning with 5 viewers. He didn't have to send me a controller. He didn't have to respond to me. I was a nobody. And like, he sent me a brand new SCUF with 5 viewers so long ago. And then from then on, like, we just like grew, chatted, kept chatting, and it just kept growing since then. But for a brand like them to show like love to somebody that was at the time like 5 viewers, like he did not like send me a controller, didn't have to do anything. But that like means a ton to me later, knowing that they're the same then as now.
Yeah, and Ryan's still at these events now with us.
Exactly, man. And there's so many brands that just kind of think like they're cooler than somebody, people the same way, and that's just so sad, like, to see that and like think that there's some people that have that thought. And I'm like, dude, everybody's the same, man. Everybody's trying to grow a brand, grow a stream, grow in some way. Like, I don't know, it's crazy, man.
So what advice would you give if like someone's sitting there now? So the audience could be anyone here, whether it's someone looking to try and get into streaming themselves at a young age, or if it is someone who has a business who's looking for brand partners like yourself to work with. What do you look for when a brand comes to you? Like, what was so good about SCUF compared to some that you don't have to mention the names, but ones that haven't followed through with yourself?
I care about who is there compared to what they can do for you. Like, I care a ton about who is at either the stream for content, the brand for people. Like, that is so important to me, because you'll be either going to shows with them, things like this for them, like things like that, and being with like just normal, cool people that have a grind also is so important. Because I see so many people that just are there because they have to be, and not there because they want to be.
Yeah,
and
the
like,
job versus the passion.
Exactly, man. And they were just so cool long ago. Same thing now, and like cared for me and the grind, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
So how does that feel then when you're getting gifted these controllers, right? And you're working with SCUF throughout the years of your career, and then they say, right, Joe, we're going to do a design of a controller just for you.
Dream come true, bro. That is like one of my literal dream come trues for the longest time ever. I was like, I couldn't imagine playing on my own SCUF. I'm like, that would be so cool. And like, for the longest time, like, someday, like, you never know. Because then, like I said, that was like a long time ago with like 5 viewers. So as a business, I don't blame them for not giving me controller 5. But like, you know, later at the time. But I was like, man, seeing that, it's just been like a dream of mine forever to have my own SCUF that's mine. And like, we went back and forth on like certain colorways, designs for a long time, and they're probably like, yo, we're not doing anything with Joe again. Because I was like, we went back and forth for so long, but I said, like, because it's mine, it's got to be perfect for me. Like, that's my controller. So, and it's been a dream come true, man. It freaking came out like I wanted it to, man. So it's been a freaking dream, man.
It honestly is. It like stands out from the crowd. I know we've got the Boston one on the table there. It's so nice. The colorways are great. In the reflex as well.
Because the PS5 controller is my like number one. Yeah, so just in case I didn't see that. But I love, obviously, like, that is like my favorite color. I love light blue. That's like my color. And I saw so many like either like red controllers, like gray ones, like black ones. I'm like, everybody does that. And I didn't see any. I was like, light blue would be perfect. So it came out so well. Just a freaking dream come true, bro.
And then we got that one signed, obviously, by yourself and Grant.
Yes.
Grant Williams.
Who was on the freaking Celtics. So while we're here, go C's, baby, you know.
We need to figure out a way to give that controller away. So we're going to give... Don't worry about it. It's so difficult to balance. The producer's going to jump in. Thank you, Charlie. How do we want to give that away, right? So I'm going to put a link below in the description of the podcast, whether you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, and we'll also put it on socials. It's a Grant Williams, JoeWo signed JoeWo controller, one of one, doesn't exist anywhere else.
Nope. I'm telling you, even now, it's just like so cool, man, because that for a long time was like one of just like a dream streaming goal was to play on my own SCUF, and like seeing it, man, it's just unbelievable. So
on the notion of just ticking boxes of your to-do list, of your bucket list, what you want to do with your life and with your career, you're still extremely young. You got a long runway ahead of you. What's next in the pipeline? I see you doing a lot of vlogging. Is that somewhere you're angling towards more, or what are you thinking?
I would probably say just trying to kind of have my like name and like brand in more of just the scene in general and not just on a game, because like there's so many people that have like games and streams all day, but like people love to see normal creators just like doing other things outside of just gaming.
Yeah.
Because so many people just stream all day, but people love to see like normal vlogs be like, yo, you're actually a real person. Like you're a normal guy just like everybody else. So I'm just like trying to kind of do more of kind of that type stuff too. And then just, I don't know, just try random fun stuff that I'm like, let's do it. Cause I'm always down for anything, any brand company idea. I'm always like, let's freaking try it. Like, why not? You know? So yeah.
No, I like that. We've got some cool show ideas that we want to do. Obviously, the podcast is one that we're kicking off with SCUF. We've got 5 or 6 shows. We'll pitch them to you off air, and we'll see what you think.
You know I'm down.
But you're right. We want to see, Z-Laner, for example.
Yep.
You see him in his box on his Twitch stream. Kind of like, not
like,
zoo animals, but like that. You only see them in one scenario.
You really do.
Yeah.
And people love to see people outside of them just streaming, like outside of them doing random tweets or TikToks. Like people don't see like what you're doing on like a normal day, what foods you eat. Even it sounds cheesy, but like the foods you eat, the things you drink, like your life outside of streaming. So it's just been super cool because so many people are like, you're like a real person. I'm like, yeah, what did you think? Like vlogging, like, yeah, what do you think? I was like, of course I'm a real person. So it's just super cool to kind of show them what I'm doing outside of that. So it's cool.
In one of the meetings when we were throwing around, I don't know if this idea will ever come to fruition or not, but I said, why don't we take like Z-Laner and we'll just take him to the favelas in Rio de Janeiro and just see how he reacts.
Now, anything, man. I feel like that kind of stuff would be so cool to do because it's like, who does, like people don't see streamers outside their setup. So like take me anywhere, do me anything, man. Like always.
Okay, so we'll scratch out Z-Laner and we're going to take you to the favelas and we'll do like a world tour with JoeWo.
The world tour, bro, of JoeWo. I'm down. Let's freaking do it.
I love it. So it's seeing people in person, getting out and about, that's one of the goals. And, we've seen a little bit of it here in Boston.
Yep.
We had the lovely interaction with you and the young FaZe fan.
Oh, that's so cool, man. That was honestly, that is why I stream, because of things like that. Seeing that, like, to change a kid's day, like, means more than like they will ever know, because he kept saying thank you. I was like, nah, thank you, because that's why I do it, for that kind of stuff. Like that was really one of the coolest things ever.
That was good. And then even when you gave him your SCUF from your bag, and it made us laugh because the second you gave it, you clicked. You're like, wait, I don't have a controller.
I felt so bad if I gave it to him. I was like, I've been using that controller for like 6 months. I was like, that thing is probably gross, bro. He's probably like, yo, give it back to me. But either, I mean, I just like thought about it at the time because he kept saying like for JoeWo SCUF. And like, I was like, I don't think I have one. And then it clicked. I was like, I have one, but it's mine. I was like, well, I'll just give him mine. So it was really cool though. But after I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I was like, saying to his dad, I was like, you should probably clean that off when you get home, because there's probably some sweat and passion on that thing. So I was like, but nah, it was super cool.
That was his first SCUF, by the way.
That's
cute, and that's
awesome.
got to be one of the best ones to get.
Yeah.
And then you went back to the booth, and your SCUF had sold out.
So I was there, and I was like, I can't even get my own controller. I was like, I can't even get my own controller now. But man, it was honestly just a dream come true to change that kid's day, man. It was just unbelievable.
That's cool, man. So you're changing, you're taking off other people's dreams and your own. You just picked up the Hellcat.
My dream car, bro. It's been crazy. I have really only gotten to drive the car like 4 times because it's been so cold and with traveling and all that stuff. But it's been one of my dream cars. My dad's dream car for a long time too. So it's just been an absolute pleasure, bro.
It's a nice little story with that as well, because when you started streaming, it was your dad's garage, right? Was that correct?
Yes. So he actually like had all of his like cars in there, toolboxes in there. That was his place. So to come home and then change that to a basically gaming streaming room was really cool for me too, knowing that that was his like home for him. And then for me, that was also like the same thing for me to kind of grow where I started from in the same as him. So it was just unbelievable.
No, that is awesome. And you're in your own place. You were there for about a year, was it, or longer?
A little bit longer, yeah. So probably about 2-ish years, yeah.
That's so cool, man. And I know, obviously, your dad passed away when you were 12 years old.
Yep.
I don't know how comfortable you are with going into those things.
Man, absolutely.
Like, how was that? Like, because there'll be a lot of young people out there who are into the gaming themselves, trying to get it, going through similar hardships in life. Like,
absolutely.
How was that? Talk me through it.
It was the hardest thing ever, and it changed how I see life now. Is that nobody is promised tomorrow, weeks, months. Like, there's so many times that, like, even I see something small and I'm like, dang it, man, like, this day sucks now because something little happened. Like, there's random, like, small things, right? And then now saying, like, yo, Joe, take a step back and think of, like, nobody's promised tomorrow. Like, don't let small things literally have your whole day just ruined now. And it changed, like, how I see life, content, everything, of, like, if I can stream and just change one person's day, make their day just a little bit better, then, like, that's a W day. That's a freaking win, right? And yeah, man, it's just crazy how there's so many times that there's nobody promised tomorrow, the next week, the next month, man. It's just, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's nice how, from your perspective, obviously, you've learned from your entire life's experience, and you're always looking to make people better, which is one thing I really admire about yourself. And everyone's a product of their environment and the trials and tribulations that you've gone through in life. And to get where you are now, like, he would be so proud, I'm certain of it. Like,
appreciate that.
Driving around in his dream car, utilizing his space to make your own dreams come true.
Yep.
And you're now giving back like no tomorrow, whether it's giving someone a controller. You've just started a campaign where you're supporting charity as well.
Cancer charity. Yeah, I'm super excited for that, man. I'm so excited because, again, like, that is, like, close, man. I spent probably, because he got cancer, and then from then to the time he passed away, I think it was 3 months. So it was like very, very quick, and he was perfectly healthy, all of that. And like I said, man, like, nobody's promised a day, a month, man. So it's just crazy seeing that, and hopefully I'm just stoked to see that can hopefully go for kids, families, whoever, man. That's gonna be just a dream come true too.
So what is it? What's the format for that charity stream?
So I'm gonna be doing a charity stream where, depending on how much we can raise, I'm going to do, like, random stuff. So eat random foods. Who knows how crazy it gets. We haven't really kind of planned out the structure of what I'll do, but I'm kind of nervous, to be honest, because I feel like they're going to just go crazy, which I'm down for, but I'm like, it'll probably be like eat the disgusting food or try this random stuff to do. So I'm excited.
I'll give you some ideas.
Let me know.
I'm already thinking. I'll tone it down from the extreme. Don't go iShow speed, setting fireworks off in your room.
Yeah, the people said like this. I'm like, listen, I'm down to do crazy stuff, but I'm like, just as long as I'm safe, I'm down. I'm like, I'll eat, drink, whatever. Like, I'm down. So I'm excited.
Do you watch the Duke Squad ever? Tifu's brother. The Tifu and his brother used to make loads of videos.
No.
Oh, they did exactly the same sort of thing a while back. I'll send you the link because some of their challenges were ridiculous. I think they did a 24-hour stream in their back garden in the pool. So the pool had drained. And it was exactly like certain dono marks that have to do different things. But they were like, again, throw fireworks in the pool around them and stuff. It was ridiculous stuff. We'll come up with some cool ones.
I'm down. Like I said, yo, guys, I'm down to do anything. Just keep me alive, keep me safe, and I'm down. So
I wanted to dive into earlier. You said that at college you didn't want to you stopped playing sports. Was there a particular reason for that? Because you love your basketball.
Still, yeah. Well, because then, like, I just couldn't play for a team then, like at school, because they were like super, super good. Like I was good, but not like college D1 level good. So I just like could still play, but not for a team. So it was kind of like just not a fun thing for like then of being like, dang, this is kind of in now. But so then with that, I was like, what should I do? And all this time that I have, and everybody else was, you know, at random parties or clubs and stuff. And I just saw like real quickly that just whole life and scene was not for me. And I was like, what do I do? And I was like, I'm going to try gaming. And then I picked up gaming and Warzone and Call of Duty and everything else. And it was just love at first sight.
Doesn't mean that you can't keep playing basketball. So I noticed that Aiden and Swagg have been calling each other out on Twitter.
Yeah.
Aiden's taking his top off. He's challenging to 1v1.
I'm telling you, but also with that, I never knew. I've been trying to like kind of try like gym runs, like all that, because I didn't know how out of shape I was, because like long ago, I was fine to go run, go play ball for hours, and then now I can barely like go jog a mile or 2 miles. I'm like, what? Like it's embarrassing. I'm like, because I'm just playing games or streaming or just like try to play out content all day, and I don't actually get to go out and go to the gym or go, you know, eat. I mean, also my diet doesn't help. But,
I was gonna say you're eating fast food every day.
Yeah, the diet's not helping either. But like seeing it now, I'm like, dude, like I was so out of shape. So I've been trying to kind of just get back in shape the best I can now.
Is that so you can challenge Swagg to a 1v1 in basketball?
Oh, easily, bro. That's easy. That of course.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, we'll have to send that clip to him, see what we got.
He knows. It's been in the plans for a while, so. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We make that happen somehow. There's a facility that we're looking at potentially moving to out in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they've got a little bit of a court. So
set it up, baby.
We can make it.
Bring all the cameras, the lights. You know I'm down. You know. You
could do a live stream of that as well if you're looking to branch out into your IRL vlog and things like that. Some sort of live stream 1v1 basketball session.
People would love that.
Yeah.
That would be sick. I'm down. 100%.
Just for context, guys, we are in the middle of the Boston Major of the CDL. Have you ever messed with that format much? I know you're a Warzone guy through and through.
Not really, no. It just doesn't seem like there's a kind of grind when you're just playing like normal pubs and stuff. I feel like you're just playing the same game, like going to, I don't know, a certain site or a hill like over and over. Like it's just the same thing over and over. With like Warzone, it's like every single game is like a new story where you're, I don't know, going here, trying to like land at a certain place, rotate somewhere else, new zone, so it's like, it's just like a cool story each and every game compared to like playing the same map, hardcore again. It's like you're just doing the same thing over and over, and I'm like, there's no story, there's no point. I'm like, I'm gonna stay on my side in Warzone. So
there's unlimited clips when it comes to a battle royale, and the zone moving, whether it's gonna be finishing a tower. We'll get into Verdansk in a bit because I'm curious as to how much you miss it.
100%.
Finishing a tower, going to finish at the airport, depends where it's gonna be. There's always a fresh clip. There's no two scenarios the same.
Every game is a brand new story, so that's really cool to know that every single game is like a new land here, go here, rotate here. You're fighting different teams in a certain place. So it's like, it's not like the same thing of like, oh, they'll probably have a certain like thing here, person on this hill or head glitch. Like it's just the same thing. I don't know.
You're right. They've run it through a million times in the scrims and so on.
Yeah.
While we're on the Warzone, I am curious. Do you miss Verdansk?
I miss Verdansk as the time that it was, but not the map though that much.
Really?
I think Verdansk, people give me this hot take a lot, but I think Verdansk was the worst of the three maps that we've had now.
Wow.
But I love the experience, the time frame of Verdansk when everybody was playing all the time. Everybody, we like the time, but the map wise, I'm like, nah, I don't like it.
That's a fair comment. I'm sure a lot of people in the comments would disagree with that, and that's good. Like, we'll get some comments.
The new map, I think, is fire. The old Caldera map, the zips, where then like you could just fly around rotation. With Verdansk, it was like you would be going upstairs for 30 minutes, going downstairs, and then it'd be like, it just felt like, I don't know, just the same type of vibe. But
It could be just this nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
that's how it usually goes with a lot of stuff. Is everybody's like, that was the best. I'm like, but you complained about it though at the time, you know? So, no, but yeah.
So we've got season 2 coming out soon. We've been told there's going to be a lot of changes.
Yes.
How are you optimistic about it? Are you happy?
I am stoked for season 2. I had a private call with the devs, so I can't talk too much, but they have a lot of stuff planned, which I'm excited for. I've been preaching them, tweeting out, saying things that they should be changing, and I think that they're starting to kind of do more, which is good, because obviously a ton of players have left and all of that kind of stuff. I think they kind of tried to stray away from what people loved about the OG game, and it didn't really go how they thought it would. So hopefully, which the things I've heard are all good things so far, with season 2, it'll be a W. I am counting down the days. I'm like, when is February 15th, man? Get me there ASAP. So
Movement King's going to get his movement back.
I got nerfed. It's time to buff me back. So no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
So you started playing Warzone. Well, I know you're on Blackout, actually.
Yes.
You originally went on a Blackout, but
Yes.
then it started really kicking off on your stream when you're doing wages, right?
Yeah. So I played a ton. Like the game 1 that kind of grew the COD love for me, at least, was Blackout. And then I played a ton of those. But then as this game kind of dropped, I saw that content was king.
Yep.
And that people would only join the stream to see that I'm playing for like a crazy tournament or like a wager, things like that. And then they would just leave. So
Right.
I kind of changed how I saw content in general early on, which was good, about how trying to just actually make content is way more important than playing like a tournament or like a chow, because then there'll be a ton of people that come there to see that and then just leave.
Yeah.
And not actually try to grow like your name and brand and just channels and general content. So
No, that makes sense, and it's right. Why you've got those peaks, you know, when you're doing wages against Formal, when you didn't even know who he was.
I didn't even, and like it's so crazy too, because there was a lot of what's the word? But like some interesting people that played those that were like kind of scummy people. Some of them, obviously not all, but some. And at the time when I was like against him, people would be like, "You're playing against Formal." I'm like, COD Pro, like, yeah, he's pretty cool. They're like, yeah, man, that's freaking Formal, bro. I'm like, I don't really know much about him. But even then, like, we grew, like, from then as friends because I was just a normal dude. Like, not like a weirdo, try to take his money or, like, be scummy in any way or, like, try to have, like, friends stream snipe or anything like that. Like, I was just, like, playing a guy. Like, he's good. I'm good. Let's try. And, like, even then, it was just crazy because people were like, dude, that's Formal. I'm like, yeah, he seems cool. I don't know. It's been crazy.
So you went fanboy because you just didn't know who he was. You weren't in the scene, and I think that gives you the advantage, to actually get in with the guys and be like, introduce yourself, because you're not coming from that approach. You know, there's no ulterior motive. It's just, I'm a guy, come and have fun. Let's do it.
Let's do
You're
it.
the same.
And so many people kind of, which is a good and kind of bad thing, because all the OG games, like they all played a long time ago, I was nowhere to be found, right? So when they were playing like MW2s, Black Ops 3s, Black Ops 2s, I was just in the gym playing ball. So it was a little bit different, but yeah, man, it's crazy to see even like OG stuff, like how cool those games seem. I was like, dude, give me a Black Ops 3 now. I was like, I wish I grinded. Like, it was like the movement in that game. I was like, give me Black Ops 3 now. Like, what?
For me, it was the zombies with the Black Ops when
I
that
heard
came
even
in. Unbelievable.
even those, like, you could just play for hours and hours, and then time would just fly by, and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's like round 72. What's going on? What have I
Like,
been doing for the past 6 hours? Yeah, no, I do miss those days. I've got older, and I can't game anywhere near as much as I used to be able to, unfortunately. But we'll get back to it. So I'm conscious of the time. Before we wrap up, I do want to cover. I want to know of all of the basketballers or other sportsmen out there that you haven't played with yet. If you could call any of them out to have a couple duos, get them to a win, who would you love to play with?
I mean, my dream person to ever play with is the GOAT, LeBron James, but I don't think he games. So LeBron, if you ever hear this, let's run Warzone. But I don't think games like that. So that'd be super cool.
I think he does. There was a clip of him going around. He was gaming on New Year's Eve, and his partner came over and started beefing him, being like, "Come on, you gotta go off this game." And he's like, "I'm just playing."
His son does.
Yeah.
Brownie is like actually cracked, but he may. I don't know. So hey, LeBron, let me know. But not. Dang, that's a good question. I don't know. Probably of anybody that I could ever play with that I would assume is a gamer, probably Steph Curry too.
Okay.
Steph would be dope. He'd be super cool to play with.
Well, let's spin the question then, since it seems to be a good one. Dead or alive, any person in history
All right.
that you could run some Warzone duos with, who would it be?
My dad, probably, to be honest. That's probably he didn't probably know a thing about gaming, but he'd probably be like, for me and him, he'd be like, yo, I don't know a thing, but let's run it up. Let's get it done. So, but no, probably him, to be
That's
honest.
a good answer.
Yeah,
That's a good answer. Would he be good?
No, heck no. He was a very like cars handyman. He probably be like, what is this thing? So, but nah, man, of course, probably him for sure.
Oh, I love that. I think we'll close it out there. That's a nice tone to finish on. Joe, thank you very much for your time, dude. It's this is all for SCUF. Big thank you to SCUF for allowing us to do this and giving us the time with Joe. So
humongous shout out, man, and also all the people out there too that stayed. I appreciate you guys, man. It's absolute pleasure, man. Always.
There we go. If you enjoyed the podcast, make sure you do follow, like, and share with your friends. Next time, it could be another guest. Well, it will be another guest. It could be just me by myself. No. Next time will be another SCUF guest. So let us know in the comment section who you would like it to be. There we go. Over and out.
W.
Thank you. Dude.
Man, baby.
Good stuff.
Dude, always, bro.